Who's at fault when AI fails in healthcare? This is one article from Stanford University, Human-Centered Artificial Intelligence, talking about um, the risk associated with adopting AI systems in healthcare. And the truth is, it's a valid question to ask. Um, However, I want to take this from a different perspective, as to not just asking who's at fault, because we jumping at who's at fault is, in my opinion, that we are coming to a conclusion of having to hold somebody accountable for it. However, what if we hold the process accountable? What if we ask the questions that will help us have a visibility into the process of why the AI system failed, especially in highly regulated industries like the medical field, right? And the first thing first is this: why should or why would an AI system fail, right? Um, First thing is look at the business objectives and goals and scope of why an AI system is being built. And the truth is, businesses are now into the act of competing, in my opinion, about who's first to adopt a certain AI solution into the businesses, as against how does this solution bring value to our businesses. And that's a very big situation right there. Businesses take these decisions and they just make these decisions. Headlines start flying about. Businesses don't see the return on investment. The truth is, one of the major reasons is that businesses don't factor in their own goals. They don't factor in their business use cases. So you find businesses saying, hey, we want to build this AI. And then it even starts from bringing the team, having an AI architect look into your business goal, look into business objective, business scopes, and be able to draw out a plan as to what kind of AI would fit you. And that is even if there's any need anyway. Because the truth is, not all businesses or business use cases needs an AI solution. Some would just do well with doing some fine-tuning to the existing applications, to the existing traditional application, or just some hybrid application use, right? However, coming back to the article here, especially it's centering around medical facilities. So one of the reasons I believe why AI may fail when it comes to medical facilities, healthcare, right? And even before I say it, let me also mention that there are various use cases for AI solutions in healthcare, from diagnosis, patient care routine, to medical assistance, to all of those which are sensitive section or sector of medicine. Now, talking about that, it will lead me to talk about the data. And that is the second reason why AI could fail, or AI implementation could fail, especially when it comes to medicine. This is an industry that makes use of human personal data. So businesses that need to implement AI solutions need to also ensure that they have the available data. Beyond just having available data, I think it is also important to pay attention to the quality of data. And beyond quality of data, it is also important to pay attention to the quality, to the compatibility of the data, to the use cases. Now, if we are going to be implementing a solution for customer experience for a medical business, data for a customer experience implementation of AI would very much differ from data that would help with recommendations, right? Or with monitoring or managing customers' health routine or care routine. So it is important to pay attention to the data in terms of quality, quantity, and compatibility to the use cases. And if that is done well, then we know we are a step further into having an AI that has a little chance of failing. And the truth is, in having a good data, like my mentor would say, good data will produce good models. Bad data you have bad models. And that is the truth, because in terms of training and cleaning data, if there are impurities in the data, then we know that this data is going to fail this system at the end of the day, no matter how best we try to mitigate that, right? So good data is going to bring in good model and eventually good AI system. And again, why would an AI system fail? What if we also look into how is the result of the AI being verified, right? How are the results verified? How are the results verified? Are there systems in place? Are there feedback loops? Are there performance benchmarks? Are there human verifications or quality assurance for our system that has been built, especially in a highly regulated industry like this? People come and tell you, okay, for the business interacting with your AI, they want to be sure that when an AI is making prescription, when an AI is monitoring or managing their care routine, they want to be sure that it is giving the right result for them, to build trust into it. And to do that, it is important to pay attention to the process of how the AI actually produces its results. Now, how do you do that? There is a part for anonymizing data. Yeah. No. And how do you do that? There's a part for human verification, right? So for every information that the AI produced, right, that the model produced, there's need to actually have some human verifications there. And also, what if we have some model training techniques in between to help re-verify, to augment results, right, that we will be producing using every of those or some of those multiple model techniques out there, right? To also have a feedback loop, right? You have a feedback loop where the model, the system can retrain itself based on previous results. And that is important to ensure that AI system is performing optimally to the degree that it brings back both business values and is also able to serve customers. And of course, paying attention to the security. Once there's a security breach in AI systems, then it poses threats to the trust or to trust that the customers will have in the AI application. So it is important to build trust into it using anonymized data, good data, using anonymized data, and even layering the anonymized data, right? There are various categories of anonymizations out there that can help using encryption, identity access management. Of course, all of these will come into play to ensure that we are building an AI system that can stand the test of time and will not fail, especially in medical facilities where people need to build trust into the system. So it is important that people are able to trust our system and, of course, paying attention to regulations also. And so this is my take on why AI failed as to who is. Because when we talk about, like I said, when we talk about who, then we are looking for somebody to hold responsible. But what if we look into the process, like I've just mentioned, then it makes things much easier. And then we can say, oh, this is the loophole we are, and then we can block those loopholes from wherever it is coming from. Maybe it's from the data aspect, maybe it's from the model training, cleaning the data, or even monitoring, right? So we need to look more into the why as against the who. And that's it for now. Let me know your thoughts also. We can continue this conversation going forward. I hope to also hear from you, to also hear of your opinion. What do you think about this? Do you think someone needs to be at fault? Do you think someone needs to be held responsible for AI failure? Or do you think we just need to make a scapegoat out of someone, especially when it comes to healthcare facility or implementation? So thank you for staying tuned. See you next time.